Hey guys, my name is TheEpicAlec, and welcome back to 60 Parsecs. Maybe this time I can actually survive. That's like usual. Here we go. This again. Oh, you say free sauce, you bitch. Hang on. Oh god. I don't have any points or anything, which sucks. Oh, why? Okay. I don't. God. Oh god, why? Oh god. Oh, that was a terrible run. That was such a terrible run. Alright, well, at least we have a lot of soup for now. And a gun. Oh, and it came with 2 more cans. That's nice. Alright. Speech, same speech as always. Alright, so I got Baby Bronco. What was your name again? April. I don't know why I forgot April. And Dee Dee. I'm gonna go ahead and have April do inventory check. God damn it, April. Captain, thus far I've kept the shuttle in artificial gravity, but I need to see how well you and the crew can adapt to a zero gravity or weightless environment. The benefit of weightlessness is that you can store anything anywhere. The downside is it's harder to move around. Practice is mandatory, but if more than one person runs a zero-G test at a time, it'll be chaos. Who do you want to test? Let's test Baby Bronco. Baby did not pass the zero-gravity test. As soon as I stopped the shuttle's rotation, he panicked and started thrashing around like a fish out of water. The shuttle's supplies paid the price for Baby's clumsiness. Some items were severely damaged. Looks like the Astro Citizen program should have invested more in the weightless training. Alright, Captain, wake up. We're approaching some sort of celestial body. It resembles a moon, but I think it's a small planet. Let me run a quick scan. 96%, 98%, 100%. Scanning complete. I was right. A small, rocky planet with no organic life forms. But there's a lot of movement down there. Strange. My scanners detect some caves and rock formations below. Captain? If you want to land on this planet safely, you will have to fix up a small malfunction with our steering system, since we're not even able to turn at the moment. Oh, and you'll have to do it before we float away from the planet. Hurry. Well, let's use the lighter. Okay. The concept was fine. You dove under the console with a lighter, trying to illuminate the dark nest of twisted wires. Once you flipped open the lighter, it turned into pandemonium, which involved burning your own hand, cursing loudly, hitting your head on the desk while attempting to stand up, then falling on top of the control panel and pressing random buttons. With your butt! While you floundered around like a headless chicken, Dee Dee stepped in. She whizzed past you, plugged in a random cable, and grabbed the controls, steering the shuttle between sharp rocks toward relative safety. It was not a soft landing. Nobody is doing great after this stunt, not even me. I'm shaken to my cores. Yes, all of them. Your face had a pretty unpleasant close encounter with our communicator module, and at least one of these things is useless now. Consider fixing it if you want to avoid radio silence in the future. What's next, Captain? Maybe you could use the information I found while scanning the environment. There are robotic units not far from here, but my scan detected very few aggressive signatures. I think these are peaceful automatons. Most of them. Perhaps they can be of help to you, and in case you perish, at least I'll have company, so it's a win-win situation. Captain, the expedition module in the back of the cabin is now active. If you want to survive here, someone has to go outside from time to time. We have to secure more supplies, and soon, one small step for Astro Citizen, one giant leap for whatever is left of humanity. Tourist information. And a village. Let's go for tourist information for now. Baby, you go. Yesterday started pretty slow and boring, and it stayed that way. I'm not programmed for your entertainment, Captain. so don't count on me to keep you occupied. If they wanted you to have fun in the shuttle, they would have installed the clown computerized assistant instead. Baby has returned safely from his trip outside. He says he is a bit hungry. When scanning his body, I detect some mental imbalances and a little weakness. Baby was a little clumsy and fell a few times, resulting in some bruises and scratches. The outpost was mostly empty, save for one bored, dusty robot, who gave Baby a few power cells as a welcome gift. The tourist center employee explained to Baby in a series of bored beeps and distorted words the way to the museum and the library. Still trying to figure out how or why tomato soup is available universe-wide. Anyway, Baby brought back some soup. Baby said the place was a little neglected and almost empty. Save for that one rusty employee, the tourism industry isn't exactly booming on this planet. You remain in poor health, Baby is still loyal, Dee Dee is asking for some soup, Baby would like to eat something, Baby is in poor health, he looks weak, Baby is tired after his trip outside, he will have to rest for a while before he can leave the shuttle again. April is hungry. Alright. Well, let's craft some soup. Captain, a transmission was received while you were asleep. I took the liberty of decoding the message for you. What I found were geographical coordinates leading to a place not far from here. Oh, the message also mentions you should bring a sock puppet with you. It doesn't say why. Will you answer the call? I can't answer the call. Healed up. Should heal up. When you reached the location from the transmission's coordinates, you could see somebody sneaking off into the dark behind a big rock. A little suspicious, although you did not bring the sock puppet the stranger asked for. How forgetful of you. Captain Dee Dee is bored, so bored she doesn't want to bother you, so she won't complain. She just looks around and sighs loudly. Go ahead and tinker with the artifact some more. Oops. Okay. Oh. Satan? I don't trust Satan. I don't even know what the moon is all about, but I'm gonna send Baby to the library. You handed Dee Dee the artifact and she beamed a wide smile. She told you it reminds her of the Funny Kids movie she saw while working at the drive-in theater. You and crewmate Dawkins had a nice chat about her past. Did you know she used to wait tables for a living? I did. It's in her classified personnel file. Duh. Baby left to visit the local library. Perhaps he will come back having learned a thing or two from the civilization. Okay. Dee Dee and April are starving. Somebody dropped off a package on our doorstep during the night. The note says, "Please enjoy this organic junk, humans. We got it in a crappy trade deal centuries ago. Maybe you can find a use for this. Inside is a bunch of old, dried-up alien herbs. Definitely useful to these automatons. Or useless to these automatons. I'm unable to identify the plant or the chemical composition. What are you going to do with it?" The crew agreed they liked the smell of the herbs, so you lit the leaves up to freshen the air inside the shell. Everyone sat on the floor for hours, enjoying the sweet-smelling smoke. The crew agreed it made your mind so clear, and that the colors were so much sharper than before. Did you get enough sleep last night, Astro Citizens? Your eyes are a bit red. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. Let's not make those noises anymore. Captain, my weather systems are detecting a storm on the horizon. It's moving fast, so it'll hopefully pass by tomorrow. But this one could get nasty. Thunder, lightning, gale force winds, sharp objects hailing at you from every which way. I'd like to keep monitoring the storm's movement throughout the night, but doing so will require my sensors to run on battery power, as it is unadvisable to leave the main generator reactor through a storm. What do you want to do? I have an atomic battery! Perfect! I can't feed Dee Dee, but it's fine. You ran the weather monitoring systems on battery power. The storm moved south and you were spared the worst of it. By morning, it had completely passed. Ooh, don't you love the smell after it rains? We spent the morning sifting through the washed up junk piles, but it was just a bunch of waterlogged crap. When you reached the location from the transmission's coordinates, you could see somebody sneaking off into the dark behind a rock. A little suspicious, although you did not bring the sock puppet the stranger asked for. How forgetful of you. I couldn't! Baby returns from his library excursion quite exhausted, probably from all the heavy reading. He complains about a rumbling stomach. I judge his mental state to be a little off. Baby says the library is a little boring, but nevertheless impressive. Rows of screens and thousands of data disks on display everywhere. Baby ventured into a particularly dark corner of the building. He fell a few times and banged his head pretty hard while finding his way back to the main corridor. Baby did learn something useful during this trip. When he came back, he pointed out a few things around the shelf that we could repurpose for crafting. Baby got lucky and found a simple science textbook from Earth in the children's section. I wonder how it got there. Where does all this soup come from? It's the greatest mystery of the universe and everything. Anyway, Baby brought back some soup. This trip had the potential to uncover technology the Astro Citizen creators could only dream of, if only the human mind wasn't so limited. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna craft a sock puppet, just in case that transmission pops up again. We're doing a routine cleanup of my database. I came upon a blueprint for a device called the Flux Capacitor. If installed, it might allow us to find our way home. However, it needs to be assembled. Will you try to assemble the Flux Capacitor? Is that a Back to the Future reference I don't get? I'm gonna do it. You were trying to assemble the flux capacitor yesterday when things went terribly wrong. One false move caused the contraption to explode. You got injured, but thankfully you weren't teleported anywhere or any win. Dee Dee is still weak. You stopped complaining about rations finally. You are badly hurt, sir. Okay. Let's head to the village. Actually, no, let's not head to the village because I don't have a gas mask. So head back to the library, baby Bronco. There's a robot city passing outside. Yes, Starlight City is mobile. It floats above the planet's solar terminator, the Twilight Line, where day becomes night. The city is both a day and night side, but is 100% starlight powered. Their technology is far more advanced than the other robot communities we've seen on this world. Maybe they could help you. One of you might be able to catch up to them if you run fast. Who will go? Let's send April out after him. Okay. I'm nervous. I also need a medkit really bad. The floating robot city slowed down and let April catch up to it. The robots gave her oxygen and insisted on giving her free stuff. Aw, they were so nice. The robots of Starlight City decided the harsh environment of their planet could pose health risks to April, so they gave her a first aid kit. Baby went on another visit to Robotofu's library. Nice. Alright. Let's craft a craft soup. Yes! Captain, remember that transmission we received recently, the one with the mysterious coordinates? It's back. Whoever sent it must still be waiting there. Yep. Bring the sock puppet. Let's see what happens. Rendezvous. Ah, yeah. You approached the location, held up the sock puppet on one hand, and exclaimed, "I come in peace." A small metal figure stepped out from behind a rock. Her name was 5H3-1L4, or 5H3-1L4, and her disappointed look made it obvious she was expecting someone else entirely. Alas, you are not a handsome young robot named Dumbo. 5H3-1L4, or easier on your human ears and eyes, Sheila, laments a glitch that occurred in her programming, making her fall in love with young Dumbo, despite both of them already having different companions assigned by the planet's system. Sheila believes Dumbo's programming is not flawed and he cannot return her feelings. You seemed really moved by this tragic love story. Me, not so much. Alright, let's craft that gas mask now. Captain, there's a huge construct of some kind approaching the shuttle. It's neither animal nor robot. It's made out of moving crystal lattices, like a giant walking crystal source. Alright, I ran into this guy before. I'm gonna shoot it this time. Let's feed Dee Dee and April. You fired a warning shot at the crystal source's feet. It was a grazing hit, but it worked. The crystal source roared and galloped away. The shot blew off enough stuff from the crystal source's foot for us to harvest it for resources. Yay, minerals! You remain quite alert. Baby is still exploring the outside world. Crafting completed. I am starving. I cannot do anything about my starvation. I feel like I should craft something. I don't know how well a lighter is going to serve us, but I'm crafting a lighter anyway via the powers of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. The shuttle is in danger, Captain. We are on the path of a... Oh my god. I am so glad I crafted the gas mask. That was a close one, Captain. It's a good thing you had the proper gear to get out there and manually close our air filters. Even with your mask, braving the toxic winds wasn't something you'd like to do ever again. The shuttle will get a bit stuffy before I have the chance to filter in any fresh air, but it beats suffocating to death. Once the winds pass over us, we'll reopen the filters and things will return back to normal. Baby returned from his library excursion quite exhausted, probably from all the heavy reading. He complains about a rumbling stomach. I judge his mental state to be a little off. Okay. Baby asked a speakerless robotic librarian to translate a bit of coded knowledge. The automaton shushed him and then gestured towards what looked like the kids' corner, with toys, funny shaped bits of metal, and little bottles of colored liquids. I think we can use these. Huh. Looks like Baby went insane. A sock puppet could help. You could create one yourself if you have the resources. Okay. Soup is more important right now than a sock puppet. Would have been nice if he brought back soup. The sweet old man looked... Oh, yeah, okay, I remember this one too. Gun! A Darwinian predator droid held you in its grip. You raised the gun and shot point blank into its chest. It staggered backward, but seemed to have suffered no damage. As it straightened up, you braced yourself and aimed. Nothing could have prepared you for this. Charles Darwin burst into tears. I was so afraid I would have to kill you, it said, and you shared the sentiment. But you're excellent at defending yourself, thus worthy to survive. I'm so glad. It hugged you tightly like a very friendly boa and left. Alright, let's craft that sock puppet now. And let's send April out this time to the village. And we're going to send her out with the gas mask. What do we got? We're gonna do this again. Hello, I almost fell over. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hang on a second. Just you know how to. Okay. Alrighty then, well, come here, Day-Day. You made your feelings for crewmate Dawkins clear. There really was no need for the grand gestures, such as shouting about it into the vast cosmos. The vast cosmos does not care, Captain. It is 100% uncaring. Same can't be said about crewmate Dawkins. She cares a great deal, apparently. Try not to mess this up, Captain. Dee Dee's trust does not come easily. April left to check out the nearby robotic settlement. Hopefully she won't run into too much trouble. Stomach feels rather empty. Baby's still in poor health. Let's get that sock puppet, please. Seeing as humans are slaves to emotions, I do understand why Sheila came back to get your advice on her romantic quest. Is there a way to make a different robot love her unconditionally, or is it possible for her to get rid of her defective feelings module altogether? Now's the time to reconnect with your basic human instincts. What do you feel is the best approach to effectively resolving Sheila's situation? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by the toe. If y'all just let him go, my mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are it. Alright, agility. Together with Sheila, you decided that the best course of action will be to fix the malfunction causing her to love Dumbo. That should remove the problem altogether. Perhaps she will have no memories of this romance at all, if done correctly. I have to say, Captain, messing with a robot's programming like this is risky business, especially considering that the society already has matchmaking matchmaking rules and places. You might want to start looking around for spare tools and parts. I'm sure Sheila is going to need a few things to complete the procedure. Well, I don't agree with that, but okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo decided. I'm gonna bank on April coming back this next day, and I'm gonna hope that she brings soup. Captain, a hole appeared right next to our shuttle overnight. It's producing smelly vapors and a nasty gurgling. While it's not an immediate threat, I'd appreciate if you made it stop. The smell is foul, the noise is annoying, and both offend my sensors. Book knowledge. Throw knowledge at it. Please come back. Hey. Oh! Baby Bronco, no! My baby boy! The noisy, smelly hole near the ship warranted research. The whole group gathered nearby and compared the illustrations in the handbook to the hole in detail. You should have kept your distance. That it was a snoring chameleon razor tail occurred to you only after it woke up and took off, seriously injuring you as it went. You'll finally enjoy some quiet, but you need some patching up, Astro citizens. April returned from the nearby robot village. The place isn't big, just a few streets and a few dozen robotic families at most, all of them peaceful. Anyways, April's state is a little fragile. She's famished and her mental state is questionable. April walked through weird, bad-smelling fumes from some machinery. The mask filters were completely covered up by a black, greasy film. Ew. April found some small, dusty rocks and even a few gems behind the robotic houses. The inhabitants of the village were kind enough to give April directions to the bomb craters and the robot statue. April acquired a working communicator. Nicely done, Astro Citizen. Who scattered all these cans so far away from Earth? Okay. Wait. Our communications array has intercepted a number of transmissions that are referencing a crashed space vessel. They might be referring to our ship, Captain. I wonder, how did Baby Bronco die? Was it starvation? What was it? What is this? Museum, a robot statue, and the bomb craters. Well, I don't have a mask, so I'm not gonna risk it with the bomb craters. Let's send April to the library. Sheila, the troubled robot, is currently trying to gather some mechanical parts and tools to help her fix the inconvenient glitch. She's hoping to get rid of her unreciprocated feelings towards some robot fellow named called Dumbo as soon as possible. Do you have anything that she could use, Captain? We'll give her the tape. Good thinking, Captain. A piece of duct tape might not mend a broken heart on its own, but it sure can hold two pieces of metal together, semi-reliably. Sheila is grateful for your help. I should warn you, Captain, the society might not look favorably on outsiders interfering with a robot's mechanisms, even for good reasons. Sheila's really counting on you, though. Someone left a board game outside your door. Robomunji? Hey, look, the pieces are little robot explorers. Cute. But this is weird. I'm reading a vast energy signature emanating from the game board. Wow, I've never seen anything like this. My calculations are showing... No, that can't be right. That gem in the middle of the game board contains a micro-universe. Be careful, Captain. Do you want to play? Let's see. Do I want to play a game of Jumanji? Alright. Heads we go, tails we don't. Heads we go. Hey! Oh. You chose your game piece, a robot with a tan safari hat and monocle, then sat down to play Robomunji. I don't know. As soon as you touched the board, the shuttle shook and your vision was filled with green light, but that wasn't any ordinary board game, Captain. It contained advanced technology with the power to alter reality. The game chooses its players, and refusing it has a cost, as does failing its trials. April returned from her library excursion quite exhausted, probably from all the heavy reading. Yep. workouts into the kids section. She did not expect to stumble upon one out there, but there it was, an old sock. Nobody likes their feet freezing off, I guess, even space monsters. And she only brought back one can of soup. Okay, I can work with that. Captain, it is time. Sheila gathered some tools and parts and came over to your ship with one final request. To help her perform the procedure that will once and for all rid her of the error-generating unwanted feelings for another robot. She wishes to experience the love for Dumbo no more. She claims it's what Dumbo would have wanted, at least if he knew about it. She's putting her life in your able hands. This will require surgical precision. Which one of you is up for the task, Captain? She's stiff agility-wise. Alright, Emmett. It's do or die time. Not bad, Captain. Thanks to your brilliance and keen mind, the procedure was a success. Sure, the majority of Sheila's body is now covered with duct tape, but at least all of the cables and components are back where they belong. You activated Sheila and told her what happened, although I'm not sure she understood or even heard you at all. She walked off, staring blankly into the distance, but she looked stable. The only thing left now is to wait. Perhaps Sheila reaches out soon when she's doing better. That doesn't feel like the right course of action to me. Await information from Sheila. I feel so bad. Captain, I'm glad to say Sheila has sent you a message. She has fully recovered from the procedures and is doing well. She is most grateful to you and promises to support you in your future endeavors. She'll be there for you just like you were there for her. She proposes that you move into one of the empty quarters near her house, at least temporarily. Go ahead, Captain. You've earned it. Wait, what? Is this? I'm scared. For science. That. It is an elegant and comfortable solution, and you don't have to stay there forever. Whatever you decide, it is clear that you and your crew have built a friendship here. Captain, a friendship for life even. And for now, sit down, Captain, and relax. Take some time, consider your options. This place could become your home if you wish, for you and your loyal crew. All you need to do is give it a fair chance. The future is what you make of it. Dee Dee remains in poor health. Dee Dee is still hungry. April remains alert. April appears to still be in poor health. Crafting completed. First aid kit. And so, Captain Emmett Ellis and his crew have made Robotofu their new home. Will they stay here forever? That's hard to say. But last I heard, a new shop has opened in town with their names on the door. A place of their own, a new purpose. This might just be enough to keep them occupied, at least until the next great adventure comes along. Back on Earth, Dee Dee used to think men were a waste of time, but out here in space, she unexpectedly found her soulmate. With Emmett's loving support, Dee Dee eventually managed to unlock her full potential. Captain Ellis was sad that Baby didn't get to see the end of their journey. Too bad, he could have taken better care of crewmate Bronco if he really cared. Ah, fuck you, game. After the mission was over, April decided to leave. Emmett tried to convince her to stay, but April insisted she has to go back to this kick-ass alien spaceship she saw crashed a ways back and tinker that thing into oblivion. Some say she managed to fix it, while others claim she entered the wreck and was never seen again. Who knows? Even though he successfully guided the Astro Citizen mission through all the soup shortages and other misadventures, Emmett still wanted more. He wanted science, and so he became the most renowned soup scientist around. Not that he had much of a competition. It seems like ages have passed since 4 amateur astronauts left Earth's orbit expecting certain doom. Now the brave survivors look into the future with renewed optimism. As one tale comes to a close, another begins. Let's go. Fucking finally. Oh my god. Can't believe. Oh my god. Oh, that seems like it was a lot harder than it should have been for me to survive. Oh my god. Okay. That's it. That's where I'm gonna leave this video. Hang on, let me get centered. Let me sit still. If you guys like what you saw, hit that like button. If you want me to try and get if you want to see me try and survive on another planet, let me know down in the comment section below. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I don't care if you hit the bell. And yeah, I will see you guys later. I can't believe I finally freaking did it.